Hello, Commanders. Welcome to another episode of Surviving Mars. And today, we're going to showcase the devastation of a meteor shower. We actually go through something pretty daunting, which was of our own doing. We took on that capture asteroid mission, or capture meteor mission, which is supposed to rain down new materials and anomalies for us to explore. If you're in the map that doesn't have a lot of resources, if you do one of these missions, it actually helps with offsetting some stuff. You actually get some polymers and metals and anomalies to use for your base. But we also erect a building called the Hawking Institute, which by its description is a science research building that conducts or allows scientists to do more research faster than usual, which is a good thing. And I do have a couple of tips here regarding your base. When you're first starting out, don't do what I'm doing, which is creating a grid, because later on you'll see that after there's a bunch of devastation and aftermath, it kind of helps to have redundancy, but it also doesn't help if things are grouped together, because a meteor that precisely hits a supply area will cause a bunch of devastation, which kind of happened in my base, but eventually we were able to increase our redundancy to alleviate this burden of having too many things in one spot. So spreading things out is a good practice to do, but linking everything together is probably not great. So I do have a single grid for everything now. I did that because I had the mindset I wanted to have things redundant, but it does, in a disaster, it does cripple you if something were to happen along those lines. You see me mimicking a solar array manually instead of one solar array, which costs 42 metal. I created my own custom solar array, which had, I believe, 14 panels, which costs 3 metals each. So 14 times 3 is 42. So it's actually, it worked out. Just doing the math made me realize it's exactly the same amount, which the dimensions I probably got wrong, though. It seems like I'm missing some squares here and there, or triangles. So, but as far as that's concerned, things are pretty good. I wanted to experiment with that, which costs more to maintain, and apparently the solar array panel over time does not seem to be the most efficient way to have what you need as far as maintenance is concerned, or to save on maintenance. So we have a storyline. I did pick the artificial intelligence storyline. If you want to skip ahead of this and not have spoilers, please feel free to do so. But this particular scenario is about the Watcher, and had us do some riddles that to be honest, I had to think about. I did not want to screw up what I needed to do. It sort of seemed to allude to people were going to die if I didn't make the right choice. So I tried to do the right thing and use my brain and time and take my time to have the right answer. So there's a problem with my current colony. There's not enough people to man every single base that I made. So in the future episode, we are going to consolidate all these things. We're going to make sure that we have enough people to man the station, and I'm gonna remove some domes, but we're gonna try to consolidate everything so that it's not a waste. That's probably in the next 2 episodes though. I got ahead of myself. What we're going to do in the next episode is explore the underground. We're finally gonna use the DLC. I know, right? It's after a couple hours of this game. We're in Sol 139. Is that 139? How did we get so far ahead? I guess time flies when you're having fun, right? So there's a lot of things that went on in this game. You don't see the aftermath of the meteor shower yet because it's towards the end. I don't want people to have the habit of going to the end of the video for the montage, but if you do want to do that, feel free. I am going to, I haven't figured out how the auto chapters work. I'm thinking if it's an automated thing, it's going to cue in probably in a change of music or scenery, because there has to be some sort of indication that a scene is changing, right, to make these auto chapters do. Or is it somebody from YouTube that's going to do it? I don't know. Or is it going to be one of you guys? We'll see. I'll try to figure it out. I haven't had a lot of time to research my newfound abilities as a YouTube partner. I'm still not comfortable calling myself a YouTube partner. I really cannot fathom that I got to this point, and it was always something in the back of my mind. I wanted to reach this milestone, but once I have, it feels like I have a lot more questions about certain things, doing certain things. But I am continuing the way that I'm used to, and that you guys are used to, so that it doesn't seem like much has changed. The join buttons there. I know there's ads. I do not want to make the videos ad-free as an incentive for you guys to join, to make them ad-free, because that's only an option if you do that for member videos, which, by the way, if you were looking for the military videos, that's where they went. So here's some of the aftermath I was telling you about. These meteors strategically hit my production line of certain things. My fuel depot exploded. My water supply just exploded. They also took out some drum hubs. And the things that I use for power, like the generators and accumulators, they all were devastated. We were even attacked. Our dome got punctured. So a lot of destruction here. This was all in a couple of hours. One after the other is just hitting this part of the base. And this is where we're going to put the Hawking Institute, where all our poor scientists have to face this aftermath. But they're resilient. Most of my guys are Martian born. I hardly have anyone from Earth anymore, which, by the way, we didn't start the challenge right off the cuff, but I wanted to make sure I put some practice in for that. So here's the thing we're going to do. No more passenger rockets. We're going to use the current colony to multiply the people, the workforce that we need. So I'm going to concentrate the domes in the future episodes and remove unnecessary stuff. So that's what we're going to work on. I hope you like what you see as so far. I know this is at the end of the video. I'm supposed to remind you in the beginning to hit the like button if you like these kind of things. I've been bad about that. Once I start looking at my screen, I feel like I have to narrate it. It was a lot different in Twitch, where when it was live, I just talk about what I was doing. But now that I'm looking at the past, it's kind of difficult to gauge what I have to say. So I'll get better for you guys, and I will try to keep cognizant of what I'm saying regarding subscribing. Or I know it annoys a couple people when there's a call to action, but it's necessary for people to grow as a content creator. It's a lot of my videos, only a couple percent are subscribed that watch. Those who haven't made a determination to subscribe don't actually press the button. I used to be one of those people because I like keeping my list tidy, but now I just subscribe out of when I find something useful or somebody taught me something, I hit it, and then I use a different list to view my comment channels, which, by the way, learning about the algorithm, it's a whole different ballgame. Anyway, that's all the time that we have. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Give me a message if you like this video, liked it, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. This is John Nezodam signing out. Take care, stay safe. Remember, you're essential.